afternoon, everyone. It's Kat Bat from Digital Leopard, and today we've got with us Miguel de Sousa Pires. Miguel, could you tell us a little bit about your business, the private hosting?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me here, Kat. So private hosting was set up about 7 years ago. And the reason why we set it up was because we saw there was a gap in the market where we could offer encrypted hosting for people, for their emails and their websites. That's really why we set it up. And today it's run by myself. I have two collaborators, one in Sweden and one in the United States. And together we cover pretty much the whole world.
Brilliant. That sounds great. So has your business been affected by the coronavirus?
Well, as you would know, Kat, with hosting, it's as long as the clients stay there and they don't move anywhere else, they still have to keep on hosting their emails somewhere. And of course, now that we are locked up, the digital world is more and more important. So if anything, we are seeing an influx of clients coming into us saying, please, can we host our emails with you or websites with you? Because, it's important that we take security and privacy very important these days. So, but of course, we are also seeing that there are clients that are no longer able to run their companies because, as far as I'm concerned, they lose their clients and they are therefore not able to upkeep. So there is a natural disappearing of clients as well who are unable to keep running the business. So we try to do the best we can in order to help them. So, we have split certain products up that we had as just one package. We split that up into 10 different smaller packages that is much more affordable for people to be able to help them to because we understand that livelihood is important, our livelihood is important, so theirs is as well. So therefore, we split them up into 10 different packages, and it's affordable, and they can continue their business. And at the end of this, when we come out of this, they will look back and see who helped them and who didn't help them, and that would be great. But we're hopefully are doing the right thing.
That's true. It's the best approach. That was kind of my next question, whether you were doing anything differently during the outbreak. But it sounds like you are going out of your way to help your clients and to make it more affordable for them.
Yes, we are being really, really proactive. Instead of waiting for the clients to come to us and say, oh, sorry, but the bills are too expensive, or, we don't have any work anymore. What can we do? We actually initiate the conversation with the client and we tell them, listen, we understand this is challenging times. We do not expect you to be any different from anybody else. So therefore, we are, we're going to split your bills up. We're going to reduce the costs. We're going to work with you to make sure that you can stay as busy as you possibly can. At least from our side, we're going to help you as much as we can.
That is a fantastic approach, and I'm sure it will be appreciated by your clients as well. So many people have been affected by the coronavirus and lost clients or are unable to do their work if it has to be done in person. Have you got any advice for those that have been affected?
Oh, well, I mean, I think that the best advice would be to, this is very, very unprecedented times. These are times that we have never experienced before. Other people back in history have experienced, the pest, the cholera, all other Ebola, all other kind of diseases and viruses. So they did something that we also now need to do, and that is to adapt and learn different strategies, different techniques. We can't assume that, what I knew yesterday will be applicable to today, because most likely that may not be the case. So we need to be creative. We need to look into, okay, so what can I do? If you're a person in HR that just lost your job, for example, it could be that that person has connections with a lot of other people. So start using the connections, start perhaps looking into how can I use my connections to make money? Or so, how, if you were a car mechanic, what can you do in order to survive? Well, a car mechanic has attention to detail. He has a troubleshooting mind. Perhaps he can apply his skills in a different field that he hasn't thought of before, and therefore come out of this stronger. I know that there are a lot of online classes, for example, that offer free classes at the moment in order for, as much as we help our customers, they help a lot of people collectively, which is fantastic work. So look up those classes, see if there's anything there you can learn and get a step ahead of the other people as and when this, if ever, finish and we come out, um, then they have then you will have an advantage. You learn something new that you can apply to your business or a new business. You know.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So when it's all over, and hopefully it does happen ever. You said if ever, that's what I'm going to
Yes.
say. And yes, it will be done. It shall pass. So when it's over and we get back to normal, do you think it will be? Like, do you think things will change permanently in the way we do business and work with others?
So I very much doubt that things will ever go back to normal, because, quite
Yeah.
frankly, like somebody said, normal is where we came from, and that brought us this
Yeah.
coronavirus. So we really sure we want to go back to that? Probably not. So let's
Yeah.
assume that we don't go back to a normal. And in any case, my own personal belief is we never go back, right? Because backwards is where we came from. So why go backwards? We want to go forward to something new. The question is, what is that new? That new will be something completely, not completely different, but it will be different. So you look at the companies today. I have worked with some clients that have told me, Miguel, for years, we don't want our staff to work from home. We completely and outrightly reject that notion. And today, they they've invested a lot of money now recently to get their staff to work remotely. And now they're going to me going, Miguel, we don't really need an office. So, right. So now we got the complete reverse psychology here. And I think that as we come out of this, we are going to notice that a lot of people will have a different view. They don't want to commute back into work. They have proven to the boss they can work from home for months. So why can't they continue with that? So there will be a big difference in strategies, in the ways we see things and how we operate.
Yeah.
And we really need to be flexible. If I believe, like I said before, if I believe what I did yesterday will work tomorrow, I'm probably going to be out of business very quickly. So I need to, but we all collectively need to think out of the box. Now, do I think things will change permanently? Uh, you know, we all have a mind like a goldfish when it comes to things, and media in this world is able to swing us very whichever way they want us to. There
Yeah.
was a report that came out in the aftermath of Tony Blair being the leader of the government. I've forgotten the name now, but it was a report that took months and months and months to create. And the report basically said, there's nothing here to investigate. Now, the fact that I have forgotten the name proves my point. I have forgotten the name of the report. The report was really anticipated by everybody. It came out, it went like, gone. Nobody remembers it. And so the fact that nobody remembers it will be the same thing here. We've had the coronavirus. It was disastrous to a lot of people. It was,
Yeah.
has caused a lot of pain for a lot of people. And we're not going to take that away. That stays there, and it's really painful, the experience.
Yeah.
But I do believe that the people en masse who haven't experienced the personal pain will quickly go, yes, I remember. What year was it again? Was it 2020? I think it was 2018. I can't remember what year it was now. So some people, a lot of these will go back we will go, it won't be a permanent thing, I don't think.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being with us today. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I would just like to say that, it's important to be creative.
Yeah.
Definitely. Be creative. Look at your friends. See what your friends are doing. Look at what your colleagues are doing and your collaborators, your clients, suppliers. Be open-minded. Speak to your clients, speak to your suppliers, see if there's anything you can do together that is different. So, for example, as of recently, I've been approached by a handful of friends of mine that says, we really want to start up another company with you, Miguel. Here is an idea. What do you think? And I'm going, oh, well, I never thought of that. Let me digest into that. So we are now looking into 5 different possible companies that we might be starting up together with 5 friends that have just come up with an idea. And they thought, we need the muscle power behind it. We need the financials behind it. We need the hosting. How can we work together and do this? So really think outside of the box. Write down a list of things that you're comfortable with. put that list to the side, write down things the list you are not comfortable with, and do just that. Get yourself out of your comfort zone, be creative, and be open-minded. And most of all, do it with a smile.
That's a fantastic piece of advice. Thank you so much for that. That's really, really useful. I think everybody is more collaborative in those times. I actually thought I would speak to some of my competitors. So I contacted a few of other videographers, video production companies in London, and I've set up an event to talk about, how we can manage crisis. Because we are all remote, we are all not working. And I thought maybe, a couple of them will reply and all that. I had 20 tickets set as a default on Eventbrite. They were gone within 2 days, and we are setting up another event just to see, just to give everyone a chance to talk to each other. It's just incredible. It's such a changed world.
Absolutely fantastic. And I think that's important that your listeners understand that you run your company, you have spoken to your competitors and are offering a product. You have sold out within moments. That is such a different way of thinking, because before the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, perhaps you wouldn't do this. But the fact that you now are thinking, okay, I'm not going to be a goldfish anymore. I'm going to look what's out there. And you've seen the brighter light and you go, actually, hang on a minute, we can work together. Yeah. I know these guys, they're good. So if I can spread this message, I will spread happiness, joy, love, to all these people.
Yeah.
And it will come back to you.
I'm definitely quite collaborative, and I in videography you have to be, because sometimes you have to suddenly bring a team of 10, 20 people, and there is no point having everyone on staff. So you can kind of have to be open, but that kind of surpassed my expectations. It was quite a surprise. Oh.
Yes, fantastic. So I hope that your listeners understand this and then take it, embrace it themselves. Do something similar. Give. For example, another thing they could do is give. Walk around the street. Well, I didn't really say that. Give something to somebody, a random stranger. If you go to the shops and you buy food for yourself, buy an extra piece of bread or an extra bottle of water or something on your way back home. Unfortunately, you may see a homeless, hand it over and say, here you go. They will be super happy. The smile that they will give you will be infectious.
Yeah, that's always sweet. Thank you so much, Miguel. It's been so lovely to speak to you. You've shared some really great advice with our viewers. And thank you so much for that.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Bye.